Get ready to embark on Lucid Journeys. Explore the Phillip Aisling multiverse.
All right, so welcome everyone to this deep dive. And today we're going to be talking about something pretty wild.
Yeah.
We're going to be jumping headfirst into Phillip Aisling's multiverse.
Have you ever had that feeling that, like, maybe what we experience day to day, maybe that isn't the only show in town?
Yeah.
Like, there could be, like entire worlds, whole other realities kind of humming just beneath the surface of what we usually perceive.
When we talk about lucid journeys, what are the big, recurring themes or ideas that we see in these excerpts?
Well, one thing that really jumps out is this connection between dreams and the possibility of interdimensional travel.
And I think one of the things that I found so compelling was this idea that dreaming, something we all do,
Right.
could actually be something really significant.
Yeah, it's like a gateway to something bigger, something more.
So join us as we journey through the lucid multiverse of Phillip Aisling, where dreams are more than just dreams.
And one last thought for you. If our dreams are glimpses into other realities, what stories might be unfolding within us every night?
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
Have you ever woken up from a dream and it felt like more than just random stuff?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like it was super vivid, or the emotions just stuck with you even after you were up?
Yeah.
That's what we're diving into today.
Definitely.
We're talking about the idea that those dreams might not just be your brain sorting things out,
Right.
but maybe actual glimpses into other reality.
Oh.
We're exploring this concept based on the book Dreams of Phillip Aisling and the Numinous Nagwaagan.
Very cool.
If you're like us, you're always looking for ways to kind of understand the world better.
Always.
This deep dive is going to unpack some really out there concepts about dreams and reality.
It is.
But it's all based on this really interesting book series.
Awesome.
Now, you might hear the title and think, Dreams of Phillip Aisling. Sounds like pure fantasy, right?
Dragons and wizards.
Yeah, all that. But what's really cool is that this middle grade series is actually built on some pretty mind-bending quantum ideas.
Right.
It's more like metaphysical or speculative fiction.
Makes you think differently.
It really makes you question what's real.
So true.
And that's exactly what we're here to do today.
Wow.
We're going to dig into the teachings of a character called the Metaphysician.
From the first book.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we want to understand his perspective on how these vivid dreams might actually reveal deeper truths.
About dimensions and consciousness.
Yeah.
Deep stuff.
It's like looking at dreaming in a completely different way.
Not just escaping reality.
Yeah, it's more like maybe accessing other parts of it.
Right.
And this might even hint at a multiverse.
Ooh, I love it.
The story starts with Phillip Aisling.
Okay.
He's right around 13 when he starts having these incredibly real dreams.
Like, he knows they're not just dreams.
Yeah, and there's this recurring image of a long hallway.
A hallway.
Yeah, and there's this mysterious figure called the Metaphysician in a study.
Interesting.
And Phillip just has this overwhelming sense that what he's experiencing in these dreams isn't just his imagination.
Right.
It's like his whole perception of reality shifts the moment he turns 13.
I wonder why.
And the book really highlights these experiences.
How so?
The Metaphysician, he immediately identifies Phillip as a lucid dreamer.
So he's aware he's dreaming.
Right. And this is a key insight.
It is.
That awareness within the dream is really important.
Very sick.
So let's break down this whole lucid dreamer thing.
Okay.
What makes Phillip a lucid dreamer, according to the Metaphysician?
Well, it all comes down to his awareness that he's dreaming while he's in the dream.
So he knows he's dreaming while it's happening.
Right. That moment of recognition is what the metaphysician calls the first gate of dreaming.
The first gate.
Yeah. It's like a key that unlocks a deeper level of experience in the dream world.
So that's what sets Phillip apart from people who just kind of passively dream.
Exactly.
So this awareness is like the entry point.
It is.
What lies beyond this first gate?
Good question.
What's the big lesson about these vivid dreams?
The metaphysician's main point, and this is where things get really interesting, is that Phillip's dreams aren't just his imagination making things up.
So they're not just random thoughts.
No, they're actually presented as glimpses into other realities.
Whoa, hold on.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
So you're saying that weird dream I had last night where I was suddenly speaking fluent Italian? That could have been a connection to another version of me who actually speaks Italian.
Possibly.
Living a whole different life in another reality.
It's a mind-bending idea, right?
Yeah. So how is that even possible?
Well, the metaphysician explains it like this. When a lucid dreamer like Philip consciously enters a dream world, it's like their mind is temporarily breaking free from their body.
Oh, wow.
It's a short trip where their consciousness can slip through a door and experience another world.
So our reality isn't alone then.
You got it?
The metaphysician talks about connected worlds.
He does.
What does that mean for us?
He's saying that our reality isn't some isolated bubble. It's more like a massive web of connected worlds.
The web of worlds.
These worlds might be similar in some ways, like maybe historical events or places we recognize.
Okay.
But they can also be totally different.
Different how?
Well, the book gives an example of the sky being a different color in some worlds.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, which makes you think maybe the things we consider normal are just random.
That's crazy.
It is.
And it doesn't stop at just a few other realities, does it?
Nope.
The metaphysician talks about infinite alternate worlds.
He does.
What does that mean?
It means there are countless possibilities out there.
Countless.
Some might be almost exactly like ours with just tiny differences.
Like what?
Maybe you had cereal for breakfast instead of toast.
Oh, okay.
But others could have completely different laws of physics,
Okay.
leading to forms of existence we can't even imagine.
Okay, so infinite realities with different laws of physics.
Exactly.
That's a lot to take in.
It is.
How does the metaphysician explain something so big?
He uses some quantum ideas
Of physics.
to help us understand.
Oh, okay.
He starts with the idea that everything that exists, even the stuff we can't see, is made of infinite flowing energy.
Infinite energy.
Yeah. Think of it like a giant ocean of potential that's behind everything.
Wow, okay.
And this energy takes different forms in different dimensions.
He talks about the 3 lower vibrational dimensions.
He does.
And he connects that to the X, Y, and Z axes we learned in math class.
Right, the 3D space we're used to.
So in these dimensions, the energy slows down and vibrates at a lower frequency.
Which is how it becomes the matter that makes up our world.
So everything around us, even us, is just concentrated energy.
Exactly. We're not separate from this energy. We are a part of it.
That's deep.
It is. But then he introduces the 5th dimension.
A 5th dimension.
And this is where things get really interesting.
How so?
He describes it as a probability field, a realm where energy exists as pure possibility.
Pure possibility.
It's the potential for things to become the matter we experience in our 3 dimensions.
So it's like a script of everything that could happen.
Kinda.
But what decides what actually becomes reality?
That's where observation and the assemblage point come in.
Observation.
The metaphysician says that when we observe something, when we focus our awareness, which he calls passing through the assemblage point,
Yeah?
that's when the potential energy in the 5th dimension becomes the reality we see.
So our consciousness shapes our reality.
In a way, yes, he even suggests our choices might influence which possibilities happen.
This assemblage point sounds important.
It is.
What does it do exactly?
It's where your mind takes all the information from your senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, touch,
Okay.
and puts it together to create your experience of reality.
So it's like a lens we see the world through.
Yeah, but it's not just a filter.
What else does it do?
The metaphysician says that the energy of the multiverse is always flowing through our assemblage point.
And we have some control over it.
For a moment, yes, as conscious beings, we can influence how that energy is assembled.
So we're not just passively watching reality.
No, we're actively creating it.
That's a wild thought.
It is.
Now, going back to Philip, these vivid dreams start right around his 13th birthday. Is there a reason for that?
Yes. The metaphysician explains that on Philip's birthday every year, the Earth is in a specific position,
Okay.
similar to when he was born. This alignment makes it easier for young dreamers to break through to other realities.
Why is that?
It's like the path between worlds is clearer on that day.
So it's easier to travel between them,
They call it an awakening.
like a cosmic wake-up call.
Exactly.
Once this awakening happens, is it still hard to access these other realities?
No, not according to the metaphysician. Once a dreamer has their awakening, it becomes much easier to become aware they're dreaming.
To pass through the first gate,
Right, the initial hurdle is gone.
so they can get to those other realities more easily.
Like riding a bike, once you learn, it's easy.
Okay, so Philip's a lucid dreamer who's had his awakening.
Yes.
But the metaphysician says not everyone who dreams is like Philip.
That's true.
What makes a true dreamer different?
What makes them able to see these other worlds? Well, everyone dreams, but a true dreamer has a special ability Their vivid dreams aren't just random, they're actual glimpses into other lives.
When you're stepping into another version of themselves.
And experiencing another reality through their eyes.
So when Philip dreams he's exploring an underwater city,
Right.
the metaphysician would say there's another Philip actually living that in a different reality.
That's the idea. But there are limits.
Limits.
Dreamers can only see worlds where another version of them exists.
Oh, I see.
But because the multiverse is so vast, practically infinite,
So many worlds.
it seems like they can be in any reality.
Because there are so many possibilities.
Exactly.
It's like having access to a library with every possible version of your life.
That's a good way to put it.
Thinking back to Philip's early experiences, he must have been so confused.
Totally.
Having these super real dreams, meeting strange characters.
Like the metaphysicians.
He must have been freaked out.
Yeah, it'd be scary.
And that's where the metaphysician's teachings are so important.
They are.
He explains these impossible things.
Giving Philip a way to understand.
It's like those aha moments where things start making sense.
Even if it's a new way of understanding reality.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the metaphysician's teachings,
From Dreams of Phillip Aisling.
what are the key takeaways?
Well, the book shows us that dreams are more than just things that happen at night.
Okay.
They might be windows into a huge and complex multiverse.
A multiverse.
And this changes how we think about reality and consciousness.
Yeah?
It suggests that the world we see is just one possibility out of countless others.
That's connected through dreams.
And it's important to remember this isn't just fantasy.
Right.
It's science fiction based on quantum ideas about energy dimensions and how observation shapes reality.
So it's grounded in real science.
In a way, yes.
It's like the series is asking us to see dreaming not as passive, but as an active bridge to the multiverse.
A bridge to other worlds.
Moving from fantasy to a deeper exploration of existence. So here's something to think about. If our dreams are glimpses into other realities,
As the metaphysician says.
what does that mean about our consciousness?
What does it mean about the limits of our world?
And what might your dreams be telling you about the bigger picture?
Something to ponder next time you fall asleep?
Definitely.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Bye.